Welcome to Tech Photo Blog. This is episode number 29. This week I'm going to be covering the basic operation of the Camera Axe 5 and how to get started using it. This is the Camera Axe 5. You turn it on just by hitting the power switch like that. Then on the side we've got 4 of these 3.5 millimeter jacks. These jacks look like this. They're the same jack that you use to plug in a headset to your MP3 player or your cell phone. These top 2 jacks are used to plug in cameras or flashes, and the bottom 2 jacks are used to plug in different kinds of sensors. I've done a bunch of videos in the past about different types of sensors you can plug in, like a microphone sensor, a light sensor, projectile sensors, valve sensors. So I'm not going to go over all of the different sensors you can plug in and how to set up the Camera Axe with those, but look at the past episodes if you're curious about that, or look into the user manual, which also explains the different sensors and how to use them. In the middle here we've got a USB port. This is a standard USB port, and you can use it to either recharge the internal battery on the Camera Axe or to reprogram the current Camera Axe to a newer version of the software, or to even make your own modifications. All of the source code for the Camera Axe is open source. So when you plug in the USB port, it starts charging, and this LED will change to a different color once charging is complete. It'll go from orange to green. Up here by the camera and flash ports, we've got 2 buttons. These buttons can be used to trigger the flashes or the cameras directly. So you can see that these LEDs light up. If the Camera Axe triggers the flash, those LEDs will also light up. So you always know if your flash or camera is triggering just by looking at the Camera Axe. And you can also, test fire your flash to make sure that the exposure is going to look correct once you start triggering the Camera Axe with sensors. The first menu is the Advanced Sensor menu, and it gives you a lot of control over exactly which sensor you are looking at and how you interpret the incoming values, and then when and how you trigger the different cameras and flashes that can be attached. There's a lot of different options in this menu, and I'm not going to go over all those right now, but I have explained them in past videos, and the user manual also explains them, so check that out if you're interested. The next menu is the Projectile menu, and it's designed to let you use a specialized projectile sensor to record the velocity of a projectile or a bullet and photograph it exactly where you want in the scene. So there are past videos about this. Definitely check that out if you're interested in photographing moving bullets. The next menu is for the valve menu. This lets you photograph water droplets or milk droplets, and it'll even help you collide multiple ones, and that's how people get those really amazing droplet photos. Usually it's by colliding multiple drops, and the Camera Axe can let you do that. Then there's the intervalometer menu. This is used mainly for time-lapse type photography. There's a lot of different options in here. You can adjust the start delay, the amount of time between shots, the number of shots you want to take. You can set up the bulb duration on the shutter. If you've got your camera set to bulb mode, you can set up multiple exposures with different durations used for HDR photography. And you can also set up your camera to use mirror lockup. And then there's the general settings menu. This lets you change a couple different functions on the Camera Axe. This first one is it lets you turn off the backlight, which will save power. You could also have it turn off automatically after 10 seconds of not being used. This next one is when you turn on the power, normally the camera axe automatically goes to the menus mode so that you can change any settings you want. But some people want it to automatically start up in photo mode, so you can change that with this setting. And lastly, there's this preset groups, and this lets you save the settings of all of the menus of the camera axe in multiple preset groups. So there's 4 different presets, and you could, set up one preset for lightning and a different preset for maybe the microphone sensor. You can, have basically 4 sets of all of the menus saved off at any time and be able to quickly switch between those presets. And that's pretty much an overview of the camera axe menuing system. As I said, I've done a lot of videos in the past about different sensors and how you use those, so definitely check out some of those older videos if you're interested in more details. Thanks for watching.